How's it going, everybody? Sony announced that they're bringing a new Game Pass style service option to PlayStation starting in June. And we got a little bit of details as of the price, kind of what kind of games they're going to get, Let's dive into it and see what we got. Obviously, the first thing that jumps out is the 700 plus games. And I don't know exactly what that means. Like, I don't know what Game Pass is sitting at right now. I know it's a ton. I use it quite a bit. Since launching PlayStation Plus in 2010, SIE has been at the forefront of innovation. Marketing speak. Launched the first console gaming service on PlayStation Now. True, but it's a little lacking, hence why they're changing everything. So the base one is PlayStation Plus Essential, which is basically what you have right now. It's still going to cost $60, which is nice. Provides the same benefits that PlayStation Plus members are getting today. So you still get your downloadable games, discounts, cloud storage, all-in-line player. Yeah, so this is basically, if you don't want anything different, they're keeping that, which is always nice. They're not forcing you into a higher tier, higher cost service plan. Then we got level 2 here. Basically, you get all this, but you also get a catalog of up to 400 games. And you'll notice the important thing here is this little asterisk. The big question is, what are these 400 games? Including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. This is going to bump you up an additional $40 a year. So essentially, you get everything the same, but you'll gain 400 games for $40 more. That's not that bad. Because we go down to premium here, provides all the benefits of those, obviously, adds up to 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via cloud streaming, and PlayStation, PS2, and PSP games. So basically, I think the difference is this one seems like the extra here if you don't want the old stuff. It seems like this has no mention of PS3, PS2, PlayStation, or portable, but it clearly mentions 4 and 5. So I think this is if you want to play your old shit, which is pretty nice considering it's really annoying right now to try and play any sort of like PlayStation 1, 2, or 3 games without those systems. I know they've released a couple for downloadable purposes, and Sony has basically stopped doing backwards compatibility. Minus 4, I guess PlayStation 4 can be played on 5, which is nice. But anything before that, I think, especially with PS3 having their really complicated cell architecture, makes it a little challenging to even emulate those games, from what I understand. Offers cloud streaming access for original PlayStation, PS2, PSP, PS4 games. Offered in extra and premium tier markets. PlayStation Now is currently available. Plus, customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles and PC. So this is a pretty cool one. So I guess because Sony's recently started releasing some of their games on PC, makes me think that customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles and PC. But I guess if you've got PS Now, which will turn into the PlayStation Plus Premium, you'll be able to start streaming some of those games on PC. This is pretty cool. And really, see, it's hard to, even with just this, getting the extra, getting just the PS4 and 5 games, which for a lot of people will obviously be better because some people don't care about old games, which is understandable. But you do miss out on the ability to stream to your PC, which I feel like would be pretty cool. It might be worth the $20 alone just to stream some of these games on the PC. Time-limited game trials will also appear offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. So you get some demos, I guess, is what they're saying. Certain demos for certain games. $120 yearly. That's a big jump. So we're doubling the original price of regular PlayStation Plus. I think to justify that price, you're gonna have to decide, are these 700 games, if you go premium style, are they gonna be worth it? And that's really the big thing. Are the games worth it? And I'm pretty sure I don't know if they've stated if their first party is coming immediately. Oh, here we go. So we got an interview over here with what's his face, Jim Ryan. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan said, in terms of putting our own games into the service or any of our services upon the release, as you well know, this is not a road we've gone down in the past. It's not a road that we're going to go down with this new service. We feel if we were to do that, the games that we make at PlayStation Studios, that virtuous cycle would be broken. The level of investment that we need to make in our studios would not be possible, and we think the knock-on effect on the quality of the games that we make would not be something that gamers want. That kind of sounds like bullshit. Like, I think he's trying to give you an excuse for why they're not doing it. Like, oh, game quality will go down. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I think they're just like, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. They want both. I think he obviously wants sales from the service and sales from the new games. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. I don't want to cast anything in stone at this stage. All I'm talking today is the approach we're taking in the short term. The way our publishing model works right now, it doesn't make any sense. But things can change very quickly in this industry, as we all know. I get it. You know, they're just selling so many first-party games. I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised they're not putting their games on here in day one. See, the one thing Game Pass has over this PlayStation Plus service is that every Microsoft first-party game that launches is on Game Pass on day one. And that is just incredible. So you pay your subscription, the game launches, and you can even preload it, and boom, midnight hits, and you're ready to play. Which isn't surprising, considering Sony's like first-party sales of games has been outrageous. So it's not really that weird. Like Game Pass, it made sense when they were dropping their games day one because their consoles were just not selling well. So it made sense, like, we're probably not losing out on the same amount of sales that they would be by just dropping them on Game Pass. But Sony, I think they're looking at, even if we get this, 120 a year, we're losing out on millions and millions of sales on day one. So, but what's the time frame? That's interesting. Ragnarok, when does it sell its most? Like, probably, 6 months or something? Maybe a year? It's hard to really say. Does it come in after that? Well, then they have to decide, well, let's say we drop it on the system in 6 months. Does that make people wait? If they know, oh, well, in 6 months, this is going to be on their service, and I'm like, I already have this. I already have PlayStation Plus Premium, and I know, hey, in 6 months, God of War Ragnarok's dropping on this. Maybe I won't buy it. Maybe I'll just keep playing whatever I'm playing, and then when it drops, I'll play it. But if it's a year out, well, then maybe I'll buy it as well. And that's going to be the real crux of whether or not this is really worth it. For me personally, I play games on day one. I've always done it. It's the ones I really want, like Ragnarok. I'm going to play God of War Ragnarok the day it comes out. If it's not on here, boy, it's hard to justify paying $120 a year and then also paying an additional $60 every time a new game comes out. That's a lot of money. But this one right here, I'm very interested in. Some of these old games. PS3 specifically. Even going back to 1 and 2, less so, but there's some PS3 games I haven't played, and I don't think I have my PS3 anymore. And I'm one. I know some people love to play old games on old hardware. It's not really my thing. I just want to play the games. I just don't like hooking up old systems, to be all honest. I'd rather just have all my games, play them immediately. That's why, Nintendo Online Service has all those Super Nintendo and 64 games. I think it's great. It sucks that some of them had some issues. I know specifically Ocarina of Time had those weird graphical issues, which I think they may have fixed that. But for me, I like just turning on a system and playing games. I don't like having to, let me go get my 64. Oh, I don't have AV hookups anymore. Let me go find a freaking converter box to convert that to HD. That's just annoying to me. Some people are into it, and that's cool too. For me, I like this. I like the idea that I can just play these games. Like, specifically, it comes to mind is Metal Gear Solid 4. So, if something like that's going to come out on this, that would be pretty epic. That's the first thing that comes to mind. If something like that's taking place, then I could definitely see paying for this. But just for the main, your big PS5 games coming out, Ragnarok and into the future, it's hard. I think it's a real tough sell, at least for me, to get both of these, so to be buying those games day one and then do this. But, if a lot of people have the mindset that, I'll play games after the fact. Something comes out. I'm in the middle of playing, what just came out? Elden Ring. Elden Ring's huge right now. I played Elden Ring. It's 1,000 hours of gameplay. And then in a little bit, Ragnarok's going to come out. This is an example. You know what? I'll hold off on that. It's coming to this premium in 6 months, a year. I'll finish this game up, and then I'll play something else. Maybe I'll play Metal Gear because it's on the backwards compatibility deal. And then in a year, when they add Ragnarok, then I'll jump on it. And that way, this does make sense. This does seem like a good deal. But that time frame, you know, anyone who wants to play early, I don't. If you're into day one games, I really don't think this is going to be a good deal. If I had to guess, you might get the people like me, or I'm going to buy day one anyways of those kind of games. So they're, you know, I'm in that group. But then there's the other group who's like, well, I'll just wait and I'll pay for this and I'll play games as they come. So I think that's their whole goal. We'll get our two groups. We'll get our group on one side who's going to wait for the games to come out, pay for this, and then get them automatically. And the people over here who are going to buy all of our big first-party games on day one. And then there might even be a middle group that overlaps. It's like, I want to play all these old games and I want to buy games on day one. It's really hard to say at this moment. Because there's enough information to just kind of see where they're heading with it, but not enough for me to really claim one way or the other, is this a good deal? That I can't comment on just yet. I'm gonna need to see more. That's got me excited. Got me excited for sure.